So welcome to People Do Fun Jobs, Alan.
Thank you. And I do a fun job.
You do. I was going straight into that, Alan. You are a comedian, presenter, podcast host, writer.
Icon.
Icon, legend. Self-proclaimed.
No, I'm not a dick. No, I am all those things. Thank you.
And as David Brent would say, all-round entertainer.
Yes, it's weird, isn't it, how it sort of all happens and stuff, because that's not, when I worked in a call centre and at Tesco Brent Cross, I mean, I've got literally no skills. If I was cancelled, I'd be fucked because I've got nothing else to do. That's why my goal is to not get cancelled in the foreseeable future, because if I have to go back to that call centre, I mean, I've no skills, got no skills at all.
But people would also clock on that they were probably connected to Alan Carr.
But might do, yeah. Because I mean, even when I was not famous, when I was in the call centre, people would ring up and go, "Is this a woman? Who are you? Why are you talking like this?" I'm like, "Excuse me." And then someone went, "Is this a hoax?" I was like, "You phoned me." And it's like, and it was so funny because up in Manchester, that's where we did it. And back then, we just used to get fucking sorry.
You can swear on it.
You get fucking hammered all the time, and then it'd be extra money on a Saturday. It'd be time and a half. So sometimes you'd be doing the walk of shame to the call centre, and I'd be on Lost and Stolen. But you could be really judgmental of people who'd lost their cars, even though you were basically been sick in a bin. So where did you lose your card, Matt? Oh, okay. What was the last thing on it? You're being really judgmental, making them feel bad, and little did they know you were like,
excuse me for a second.
Yeah, okay, I've cancelled your card, madam. But yeah, I enjoyed Lost and Stolen. It was quite funny because you'd get all the backstories. Oh my God. And then I had 2 tequilas, and then I put my handbag down, it was missing. And it was a bit of drama because it was boring working in a call centre.
Yeah, but probably gave you some good material to start with, right?
It did. And it's funny because when I first started doing stand-up, I was sort of, call centres were a new thing, and I worked in them there. And so I was kind of, for the first time ever, I was quite a trendy comedian. I was quite like, Alan's got his finger on the pulse, zeitgeist. Now I'm sort of seen as a bit end of the pier and stuff. But back then it was like a hot topic because I worked in them. Yeah. I worked in the call centre, and I don't know how much you want to go into it, but at the beginning, people don't know this about stand-up comedy, but the first 2 years, you're basically doing it for free, and you might get £5 petrol. Then this is back in 2001. You might get, £5 petrol or £10. You didn't get paid. So I had a lovely woman called Judy who was my woman at the call centre. She'd let me go home a little bit early if I had a gig, so I could jump on the train and do it and then come back. So I was juggling 2 jobs. And then, this is how I got into telly. Do you want to hear this?
Go on.
This is proper in the right place at the right time. E4, do you remember E4? That's still going, E4.
Still going.
There was a part called The Gay Computer. And I was inside this pink box. And you had celebrity guests. And I was like, "Hello, the gay computer." And this is, when you just take any job. You know how desperate you are.
I know all about that.
Yeah. And the gay computer, like that. And so I come out the box going, "God, my life is shit. Is this what you're reduced to? I'm going back to the call centre." And then my agent rings up, because I start getting an agent. Alan, the warm-up man for Jonathan Ross, is ill. He's got the shits.
Thank God for that.
I know. Can you step in last minute? I said, what? And I'm all sweaty. I've been on my knees in this pink box as a gay computer. So I turn up there. And it was one of those weird things, Jeremy, that I ripped the roof off, and I'm not being up, but I did. It was one of those things. I could hear Jonathan laughing behind the thing. Oh, remember the 4 puffs and a piano?
Oh, yeah.
They were laughing. The audience were laughing. So then I go back to the call centre, because used to give me Thursday off. So I went up there, and then, and this is how old it is. Now you've got email on your phone. I went to an easy internet cafe. Could you log in?
Oh, like an internet cafe?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but you didn't have it on your phone back then. And then I'm clicking down, I'm scrolling for all the crap, and then he goes, "Jonathan Ross, he wants you to be the regular warm-up guy." Can you believe that? And then I was there for 2 years.
From the gay computer to the 4 puffs.
I know. I know my story is pretty gay. It is a gay story. But no, it was what a weird day. I mean, they lift up this pink cat flap and I was shoved in. Right, Alan, you're the gay computer now. And and then I was like, oh, God, my life's rubbish. And then that happened. But then that was so weird, with the Jonathan Ross, because, I'd be doing stand-up at night for no money, sometimes 30 quid, 40 quid, and if you're lucky, your train fare home. And then on every Thursday, Paul Newman, Janet Jackson, Coldplay, Elton John, Jane Fonda, Angelina Jolie, David Bowie. And then I'd be like, next day, hello, Preston.
Yeah.
I mean, how weird is that?
Such a juxtaposition. Yeah. But so...
And then when I got chatty, man, Jonathan Ross came on my show. I mean, it was so surreal. I mean, what? Yeah, life's a bit like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
What a lovely thing to do for him to come on my show.
So you're in the right place at the right time, but you put yourself in the right place, right?
Well, it depends on what you think about fate. But listen, when I was shoved in that pink gay computer, I thought I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, in the wrong body, in the wrong pink box, in the wrong gay computer. But... Isn't it funny? That's what life's like, isn't it? Before you know it, you're rubbing shoulders. Well, I say rubbing shoulders with Jane Fonda. I was told to move. I just I just hung around in the corridor because I only came on at 5 minutes at the beginning to warm up the audience, and then when Jonathan needed a wee, he'd go, Alan, I need a wee, and then they'd wheel me out, and I'd go, hello, like that. It was such a wonderful time. It was so and then that sounded like a complete wanker now, but I do meet celebrities and do it, but then back then that was a real, leaving the call centre, then you just got Nicole Kidman walking by, and then all that.
Yeah, where am I?
Ricky Martin or something. Like, what?
Yeah.
Jackson. You're like, what?
There's no more vomiting at that point, I hope.
No. But the thing about Paul Newman is, obviously a huge fan of Paul Newman. All Paul Newman wanted to talk about was that salad dressing he made. Do you know he makes salad dressing?
Go on.
He makes salad. Well, he's dead now, but he used to make salad dressing.
So he was just trying to sell that.
Yeah. And Jonathan Ross is like, can we talk about Cat on a Hot Tin Roof? No. And then he'd say, oh, can you tell us about Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid? He goes, hey, that film was good, but not as good as my mayonnaise. And I'm like, no one gives a shit about your mayonnaise.
Oh, you fucking sellout.
I know, but apparently it's a big sell. It's still going, the mayonnaise. And I've had it and it's nice.
Well, I'm glad his kids are being, looked after.
Ka-ching.
So back in 2001, let's take you back to that year, Alan. Mm-hmm. This is roughly when you sort of started comedy. You started winning awards. That's when you broke through, right? That's when people started to notice you. Now, how do you think your comedy and how comedy has changed since when you started? There's a bit of a cancel culture, like you said earlier, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I think that you don't really get cancelled. I mean, like arseholes like Harvey Weinstein, he should get cancelled. But I mean, you say something, you still come back. I mean, I think about this cancel culture. I mean, there are some people who are genuine, their heart is in the right place. And I believe cancel culture, honestly, you know what, you're quite repugnant. I hate your views. You're homophobic, anti-Semitic, Islamophobic. Fuck off, we don't need your views. But then, as always, there is someone who exploits it because they want to cancel someone's career because they don't like it. I mean, that's the one that really pisses you off. But I feel like now it's so weird, celebrity now, because, everyone bangs on about single-use plastic. They're making celebrities single-use. If we say something wrong, we're just discarded, thrown in the bin. I want to be an Evian bottle that keeps coming back.
Yeah.
Is that right? I mean, why can we have single-use plastic and not single-use celebrity?
I think
Thank
we should
you.
start a campaign, Alan.
I'm like a fat, gay Greta Thunberg. No, but it's true, though. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people should be cancelled.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, we all say things.
But you're on tour at the moment. Do you feel like your jokes can be whatever you want them to be? And the jokes you've always made?
I'm old school, and I feel like I'm a working class boy, so I don't push I'm cheeky. I say things that get it all like that. I'm not one of those, because I'm a bit old school. I believe on a Friday, Saturday night, everyone's worked hard. Let's have a laugh. I'd hate anyone to end up crying or you know what I mean, or going, oh no, I can't believe. I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable. But I mean, yeah, you can't say some things. But then, then you got that ridiculous culture where you get WhatsApp group, don't you, where people, you get the most horrible stuff. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've got some really...
I'd love to take a look through your phone.
No, my God, they've gone onto me fucking camera roll now, so I'm showing people on my holiday, and then they're seeing some real absolute filth and politically incorrect shit. So like, I need to get that changed because it goes through.
Get that changed. Keep that pin on your phone.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, that's the only thing I worry about if my phone goes missing. What's in the WhatsApp group? But you know, we don't want it. I mean, you know, if you're laughing at politically incorrect things on your WhatsApp phone and really distasteful shit, then you need to just zip it about cancel culture because you probably are the problem.
Oh, powerful statement.
It is powerful.
You really should start that campaign. So
no, do you know what? I hate cancel culture, but I hate hypocrisy more. You know, and if you're secretly trolling people, then moaning about it, yeah, you need to sort your own shit out. Which camera look at that?
Yeah,
you shitty troll.
And so you kindly had me and my friend along to one of your work in progress gigs. That was in Brighton.
Thank you.
And we loved it. It was so funny. And
oh, did you? Because I had a friend come and they were pissing themselves laughing. I found out he was on magic mushrooms.
He did not need magic mushrooms to enjoy it.
You do not need drugs when you come and see Alan Carr.
Absolutely not.
It's classic comedy.
Yeah, you get your money's worth.
You do. You have a laugh, don't you?
Yeah. But I loved the Celine Dion stuff. I loved when you started getting like, it's the slapstick.
That's a true story, isn't it?
Yeah, meeting her backstage.
Yeah, well, this is old news now, but Adele, I've told this story so many times, and people always complain about me name dropping Adele, but
we love Adele.
People love Adele, and I would do an hour. I recently did an hour of chat about COVID, how it affects comedy, getting back in there, how my mum and dad are coping, missing my family, missing holidays. I mentioned one sentence, went, oh, I've heard Adele's new album. Next thing you know, I've heard Adele's new album. And I'm like, people must just think I go, wait, there, I got Adele gossip. Roll up. But yes, she paid for our wedding and she got ordained and she married me and Paul. And as a surprise, she took us to Vegas to see Celine. And this is what my stand-up is all about. I never have themes. That's why critics always have a moan. But I don't like themes. I have my book, and when the book's filled, it's very anecdotal, isn't it? It's just shit that's happened to me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my shtick.
Super relatable.
I'm not going to change the world. No government's going to collapse. It's just things that happen to me. Anecdotal. I want to have that feel that you're all sitting around a table and we're all having a giggle and a laugh at a dinner party.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
And I think that's why people love you, right? Because you
Yes,
get on with everyone, and even if people haven't met you, I think they feel like they know you.
Yeah. Well, that listen is worth. I hate people like. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's some people who want to spit at me when they see me, but most people are lovely.